Inspection of electoral materials. People don't respect laws in Nigeria. Okay? Senior advocate Okutepa says, wow, inspection of election materials, people don't respect Nigerian laws. Senior advocate Okutepa says. So this is a serious one. We already know that people don't obey Nigerian laws, especially the political class, the ruling class. They feel the law is made for the citizens and not for them. So they make the law, they break the law. But if a small man does anything little, they will arrest the person and they want to prove that the law is working. But then when the political class is involved, it is it's just like a parable in some native settings that when the child does what is wrong, there's cane everywhere to flog him, even under the table. But when an elder does what is wrong that requires punishment, there will be no cane anywhere. So even when you are seeing the cane under the table, you say there's no cane because nobody will be able to flog the elder. That is what is happening in Nigerian law. The law is made for small people, and when the small man contravenes the law, everybody will rise. The judiciary will rise. They want to prove point that they are working. There is law. But when the political class, when the ruling class is involved, there's nothing wrong. We can twist it. Okay? They will have the money to go and employ all the senior advocates of Nigeria available to go and defend them in the court of law. They say, prove your point. Bring your evidence. What a deplorable nation. So let's see what this man has to say. A senior advocate of Nigeria, Samuel Jibrin Okutepa, has said Nigeria is a lawless society. And that is true. Absolutely correct. Okutepa, who recently refused being part of APC's defense team in the legal battle between Inec, APC versus Labour Party, said Nigeria needs deliverance. So it's beyond law. How will the deliverance come? That is the question. Okay. He cited the 2018 case in which a Supreme Court ruling that mandated a certain Friday Makama be paid his salary allowances after an unjust suspension was blatantly disregarded and nothing happened. Disobedience of court orders is normal in Nigeria. Many orders of our court are always not obeyed. In 2018, the Supreme Court made orders that Honorable Friday Sani Makama be paid all his salary and allowances following his unlawful suspension from Kogi State House of Assembly, but nothing happened. That order remains disobeyed to date. There are many other orders that lawyers can point out, orders that Inec should allow for inspection of electoral materials made by the Court of Appeal for the just concluded February presidential election is not being obeyed. Nobody respects the law of Nigeria. Nigeria is a lawless society. Like satanic agent, it gives people and institutions joy to be lawless. There are no consequences for disobedience. That is why impunity reigns in geometric proportions in Nigeria. Nigeria needs help and deliverances. Wow. Nigeria needs help and deliverance. Where will that deliverance come and how will it come? Jibril Samuel Okutepa is a senior advocate of Nigeria's son. He is the founding partner of JS Okutepa Son and Company, a law firm based in Abuja FCT with branches in Makurdi, Benue State, and Lokoja, Kogi State, North Central Nigeria. Can you imagine? We already know that Nigeria is a lawless state. We don't obey the law. You can cite as many court cases, as many court orders that have been disobeyed from end to end. That is the truth. What is that Friday Makama case that you just mentioned? What about this inspection of electoral materials that they have refused to allow? INEC has refused Labour Party lawyers to access electoral materials for inspection. Okay. What about the court order that says that the design of the Naira note should stay action so that Nigerians can still use the old note for where CBN and Buhari did not obey that? There are several court orders that will not be obeyed. But if it concerns a small man, all of them will wear their jacket and they want to prove a point. Okay? So what this man is saying here, Barrister Okutepa is saying is that Nigeria is a lawless society and therefore needs help and needs deliverance. The question is, what kind of deliverance does Nigeria need? How will it come? Where will it come? That is the question. In what form will it come? Because the way it is, the level of corruption in Nigeria has gone so deep that even the unborn generation is now being affected. Okay? And the worst of all is that the political ruling class have started putting their family members to succeed them politically. They are putting their wives and their children to succeed them politically. And how are we going to continue like that as a nation? That is terrible. That is really terrible. How can Nigeria be so lawless to a point now that anybody can do what he wants? The law is only there for the poor. Okay? But the small man on the street does anything wrong, police will swing to action, everybody will do everything, but when the ruling class is involved, nothing will happen. They're just talking about hate speeches, like Nigerian Broadcasting Commission came out to one TV station. What about the APC members that are in Lagos there, causing intertribal crisis between the Igbos and the Yorubas in Lagos? Okay, people are hate speeches coming from APC people, APC supporters. They know them. They bring their videos showing their faces, but they can't be arrested. Yeah? So it's quite unfortunate that Nigeria now is a jungle. All right, people say it's animal farm. Okay, but right now it's worse than animal farm. It's worse than a zoo. In a zoo, everything is done in an orderly manner. You must give the animals food at the right time, otherwise they will come for you. All right. So right now it's a jungle where the bigger animals eat smaller animals. That is the way, and that's animal food chain in the forest. That is the way Nigeria is right now. It's quite unfortunate it's that way, but we are in it for a long haul. I don't know what we're going to do about it. People that decided to fight some have been killed. In fact, assassination is nothing again in Nigeria. Okay, you just hear that they've killed somebody, you just hear that they've attacked somebody, and nothing happens. Nobody's arrested. I don't know how we're going to continue running Nigeria like this. And after all, after you say people should not japa, people should not run away. People that are heart can't carry the evil that is going on will run away and go to a safe society where they can have their peace. That is the truth. You can't stop people from running away. Because if people cannot survive well in their home country, then what else? They better be third-class citizens in another country than being a first-class citizen in your own country and you are useless to yourself and to society because of the system of government, because of the character of the political class and the ruling class. Quite unfortunate. This is very, very, very terrible. Okay? This cannot be tolerated anymore. So Barrister Okutepa has said his own, that Nigeria is a lawless society, and Samuel Jibril Okutepa son, that Nigeria did not obey Nigerian laws, people don't obey Nigerian laws, and nothing happens, and that is why Nigeria is in this direction of corruption, and I don't know how to explain it further. Quite unfortunate. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment.